everybody can see, we got the trailer hooked up behind us. We are on our way out to the farm. We got a few pairs we're gonna haul, and then we're gonna we're going to pick some steers up because we need a few more, and we're gonna haul a few pairs on our way, kind of make a slight detour. I have already got the pairs caught in the pens. I was kind of in a hurry, so I didn't film it. Plus, it's like 527 degrees, so I was trying to hurry up and get home so I could put some short pants on. Call me not a real farmer, whatever you want to say, but this big guy, I can't handle sticky legs and hot pants when it is this hot outside. It is still very much summer. Drive time, we are gonna be in the truck for probably close to 6 hours this evening. Like I said, we do have to load, unload, reload, and unload again. That'll all add on to that 6 hours of drive time. But we are gonna knock it out and then enjoy our weekend. Got them loaded. There's 9 head in here, 4 mamas and 5 babies. See, I had to load them. I had to lure them up here with some cubes and then disconnect some of my outer edges of the panels and slowly enclose them smaller and smaller until right here where I had both the trailer door and this gate here to push them on in. I have room. I could probably fit one more calf if everybody stood perfect, but I would not want to try it. But while saying that, I'm comfortable hauling them that tight in there right now because we're going not just terribly far away. If I was going 3+ hours away, that would be a different story. And I definitely want a slightly bigger trailer, preferably one that I could fit the 4 cows on one half and the calves on the other. But a little over an hour drive isn't gonna be that big of an issue. How they are, we're gonna be going slow and careful, and we'll take it easy getting there, and then they will be at their new home. We're almost to our first stop on this trip. I did not get to film any of the loading process, which I really wanted to do. Most of my filming is done with my phone, and I have a tripod and all that, but it just has to sit on the ground, and I was having a hard time finding a spot to where y'all would actually be able to see anything. And then we know I have a decent corral, a different catch pen, but I do not have smaller sorting pens beyond that. So I had to disconnect panels and keep sliding them in and out to tighten up the space that the cattle had to eventually force them inside the trailer. And it went pretty quickly. It went really smooth, but it was a lot. It was a lot. I was doing it by myself and not having a real good spot to begin with to set the camera up. I didn't film anything. The nice evening you saw in these clips is kind of deceptive. Over an hour of our trip so far, we've been in a pretty good downpour of a rain shower. It got pretty hard to see for quite a while. I do think we have finally outran it because it does not look like it's rained at all here yet. Obviously a beautiful sunset, but that's also a bad thing because I don't feel like I'm going to be able to have enough light to film once we get to our destination to pick the steers up, which I was also hoping to do. So I'm going to try, but if y'all don't see any of that after this clip, then we'll pick back up tomorrow and I'll go take you to look at the steers. We'll go feed them and get another little bit of a sad news update from some of our critters, our friends over at the barn. talk about that then. But I'm gonna try, if I have enough lighting, to film cutting our steers and loading them up and all that. But we'll see how that goes. I'm running out of daylight pretty quickly, and I don't think the destination has, I don't think they have lights. If they do, it's not a whole lot. I can't quite remember, so we'll see. We hauled some cows yesterday. We picked up a few extra steers for the feedlot. Now we kind of got a miscellaneous task list of chores. Starting here with this trailer. This has been our feed trailer. We got some square bells on it. We have a four-sided box, no roof. I guess we got a piece of plywood as a roof, but there's no base to it. It's just the trailer. We store our corn in it to keep the rats and squirrels out, and we've been pretty good about keeping them out with that. We are gonna get that box off the trailer and under this carport here. The bulk bag of corn in there is almost empty, so we're gonna use up the rest of that corn. Get the trailer out of here so we can use it for other stuff. And then we got a whole miscellaneous truck bed of different feeds, minerals, and a few extra square bells we're gonna get put away. That way we can still use this trailer. It's not tied up holding corn that's just sitting here. Just help everything flow better. Yeah. Wasn't worried about sliding that box. The only reason I have this is strictly to keep the squirrels out of the corn, and it's doing its purpose well. If I happen to scrape or maybe even chip the boards, I don't really care. It's got one purpose, and that's it, and it's doing it pretty good. The bulk bag does have a little bit of corn. I'm thinking about by the eyeball that it's just enough for what the steers need today, or a lot of it. So we're gonna lift this bag up with the tractor so we can go from the access underneath it and let it drain out. See if we can fill a couple buckets up, and then we'll be done with that bulk bag. And we got more on order. It's just not made it in yet. It's a concrete base, but we'll put a pallet down just for grins and giggles. That's our beef treat that goes in the can. Here's our corn, our temporary corn. All right, that was the steers that we brought in last night. It was really late, about midnight, 12:30, somewhere around there. I didn't want to film anymore over there because we have rental houses that are occupied right now, and the older couple that lives in that house like to sit on their back patio, and that paddock that those steers are in right now is basically that house's backyard. So I didn't want to invade their privacy anymore than what I did showing that clip. That's them. They're over 1,300 pounds. They got a date with the butcher in about 2 weeks. We're having to fill in with outside steers because we just don't have enough, and our demand for beef is crazy high. So that's where those came from. All right, as you can see there, have Buttercup and the twins. The black one is the boy and the tan one is the nanny. And then we have Wyatt's goat, the big boar right there. That is Dottie, that's his goat. That's all we have out here. That's what I hinted to earlier in the video of some bad news. A few days ago, we lost our Billy. I found him behind that panel right there. He was dead. He had been kind of lethargic for a few days leading up to that. I don't really know what it is. Fecal samples all came back clean. And honestly, a Billy goat, with how cheap they are, it's really hard to, it sounds bad, but it's really hard to justify the expense of getting a necropsy done or anything further than that, really. They were up to date on all their medicines and vaccines and all that. Fast forward to the very next day, and we had 2 more losses. In the barn stall there, I found Mocha. She was the little one that miscarried right at the end of her pregnancy a few months ago. We lost her mom last year and her twin sister earlier this year. I don't know what, I just found her laid over dead. I don't know why. She wasn't showing any symptoms of anything. And then Coco, the little brown and white nanny that spent time in our backyard with Penelope last year, our bottle baby. I found her. Somehow she'd gotten out. She's never gotten out before, but she had made her way out and gotten tangled up in the electric net, and it had gotten around her neck, and I'm assuming she suffocated. Very, very sad to lose anything that way. Sad to lose anything, period. But that's life with goats. They're hard to keep alive. They look for ways to die. And that's just how it is. We got these though. we will for sure be keeping Buttercup's little nanny baby there. And then anything Dottie might have, because she is probably bred now. She spent time with the Billy for a while, long enough time where she should more than have been bred. And then we'll look at expanding again maybe in the spring. I don't want to bring a whole lot of mouths in to feed hay to over the winter. We'll wait till the grass starts growing back in the spring and maybe look to add a few new ones to the herd. Well, we'll see. We might. Anyway, appreciate y'all following along. Sad news, but we got a lot of stuff done here today around the barn. We hauled a bunch of cows, brought in some more steers. These guys are doing really well. The white one will have a date probably towards the end of October. That black one is a bull, and he's actually shaped out really good, so I'm actually trying to sell him as a bull. If you happen to be interested in a bull, shoot me an email and we can look at getting him tested and then make a deal or something. Hadn't already, please like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.